You issued a challenge to your team out there, it seemed, Ron?
Yeah, we've got to compete harder and not compete when we're down 2-0. Compete from the start. Don't get going when the score is 5 or 6-1. Compete all the time and consistently. That's what we have to do if we're gonna, if we want to be a competitive team.
Jason was saying you can't just win puck battles in spurts. It's got to be consistent. Is that
No, it does. It has to be consistent, and hey, you're going to lose puck battles, but what do you do after you've lost it? Do you get right back in there and try to get the puck back, or do you slough it off onto somebody else? And we need more individuals holding themselves. Like, I just lost that puck battle and want to get the puck back, or together with a teammate, figure out a way to get the puck back.
Some of them aren't even puck battles. Rob used to play in the game the other night. Kessel's coming down the right wing and puck basically stripped right off of him.
That's a puck battle. They lift your stick. That's the battle. Isn't physical play. It's competing and wanting the puck. And those are the examples. They strip the puck from you and turn around and strip it right back. That's all you have to do.
Why did you choose to single out Phil Kessel?
Because he hasn't played well the last 10 games. And I can single out a bunch of guys, but he's our best player. And a lot of times that needs to be the message. Ooh, if you get singled out, right, in professional sports.
It's always a story,
Actually,
obviously.
at the end of the day, you guys shouldn't even watch us practice. This is the only sport where the media will report what you said to a player on the field of battle. You can't do it in baseball, football, or basketball. How many basketball practices have you ever been to? None.
You do it in baseball.
What's that?
You do it in baseball.
Well, rarely. When do they practice?
About 3 o'clock before the game.
Yeah, sometimes.
February and March.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. How many football practices have you ever been to in the NFL? You can't get in.
It's the most boring.
So
You know what we should do? We should have the same security for airports that they have in the NFL. There wouldn't be any issues. Can't get in to see an NFL practice. No, what I'm saying is when we're out here, and then everybody be running around. Somebody said this, somebody said that. This is our office, and it should be off limits. Basically, it should be.
But you know that, so why do you do it here and not in there?
Well, we do it here because I'm pissed off, okay?
And regardless of who anyone is, a kick in the ass is always necessary.
You do need a kick in the rump once in a while, and then we'll see how people respond.
Can you pinpoint anything that specifically with the PK that seems to be struggling after giving up 3 goals last night?
Well, it starts, as we talked about, puck battles and not being basically willing to sacrifice yourself to block a shot and little things like that, and that's occasionally creeps in, and it's not the way it happens every game, but then all of a sudden one night it all piles up on you like it did last night.
Well, your last year in San Jose, your first in the league in penalty killing. Your 2 years here, obviously, right at the bottom. What isn't working for you? What doesn't work with this group that worked?
Well, we've tried all different ways of killing penalties here. How we've gone up the ice, how we don't go up the ice, what we try to do in the neutral zone. There's all different kinds of systems, and we just haven't been able to put together a consistent run and of exactly what we're going to do, getting everybody on the same page. It works sometimes for 2 or 3 weeks, and then we have a game last night, where everything goes wrong in a penalty kill. So we have to just, it's a process we're going through, and we're trying to figure it out.
You mentioned on the ice the 2-0s and how many 2-0 deficits, and a lot of those, I would say, off the top of my head, a lot of those have come, at least one of those 2 goals has been a power play goal.
Could be, but generally not. I don't know how many, 20-some times, half of our games were down 2-0, a lot of times in the first 10 minutes of the game. And we've got to find a way to overcome that by being a lot more aggressive and not waiting to see what the other team does.
And your update on Komisarek and Gunnarsson, how far off are they, do you think?
I'm not sure about Komisarek. I'm hoping that on the next road trip that Gunnarsson will be ready to play.
Is it a question now of identifying who best should be killing penalties to work in that system or whatever you're trying to do?
Yeah, exactly.
And where are you with that?
Well, we've gone through a whole number of guys, and some guys I'm very comfortable with, and some guys I'm not.
Ian White's got a few goals against Heller. Does that speak to getting traffic in front of him that the defenseman would have a little success against him?
Yeah, but I mean, Ian's last goal that he scored the game in here is where he went hard to the net, and I forget who made the pass. I guess it was Stempy, but it was right at the. But he went hard to the net. What we have to do is first of all have traffic so that a point man does get a good screenshot, or somebody's driving and stopping in front of the net. And both of our goals against them the last time in here, that's exactly what we did. We had traffic, we had people driving to the front of the net and stopping there. When Stallberg, for example, scored his goal and it went off the defenseman's skate, Colton Orr had driven right to the doorstep and stopped, and it went off. The defenseman had to go with him, and it went off his foot and into the net. So we need more of that. We need more traffic, more willingness to go into those dirty areas and pay the price. That's the only way. You're not going to beat, from what I've seen watching a lot of the goals against on Ryan this year, you're not going to beat him with clean shots, or it's going to be rare. It's usually with a scrambly situation in front of the net, and he doesn't quite see the puck, or he's been distracted somehow.